Good morning, welcome to week 3. I thought I'd start here and just show you quickly about Edsby so that you understand how to navigate and find your assignments and just so that things are a little bit more easy for you. So this is my page. So obviously I teach language arts all day, so I have down here all my language arts classes. I know that you'll have your schedule and you'll have your different classes. If you look down the right-hand column, there's lots of information that helps you organize your week, helps you organize your day. So if you look here, tomorrow there's classwork due. And here are the assignments that's listed. Then it tells me later on this week, there's assignments due for Wednesday. And there are assignments due for Thursday. If you notice, this work on Wednesday is due for my first period, third period, and seventh period, so it's really different. So what I'm trying to tell you is, if your teachers are posting work ahead of time, then you'll be able to see when work is due. So if I go to the calendar up here, you can see here for the month when things are due. For example, on Thursday, tomorrow, there's work due for those students that are doing Boy in the Striped Pajamas. And then I have work due for other classes that are reading night, so it's different. I'm showing you this because I want you to be able to be organized for all of your classes. So if you go from the home page to the calendar, this is where you'll see your assignments for all of your classes, if your teachers are posting them ahead of time. You can also go to the week, and it will tell you for the week. And it also looks like you can go to the day. So you don't have anything due today. So this is only going to tell you when assignments are due. There is work due tomorrow, because this is on Tuesday. If we go back home, so let's have a look at fourth period. Again, to stay organized, you're really going to want to look at the right-hand column. So it's Monday today. You can see that tomorrow there are assignments due for fourth period. It will be the same for fifth period and for sixth period. Due this week, you can see you have more assignments coming up on Thursday. So this is how you can keep organized. The journal tells you exactly what to do for each day. Please note that this middle column right here is the wall. So anytime a new post is going to be on here, it's going to go straight to the top. So this is why it can be really confusing sometimes. So I posted all your work so far for this week last night. So that's why you can see all this at the top. So we're going to go ahead and click on today. And it takes you right here to Monday, April 13th, and this is your classwork. You're on a flexible schedule. So below are the activities for the week. You may work at your own pace on the required activities and reading. However, each activity has a due date. So first you want to read chapter 1 of Boy in the Striped Pajamas. You have a learning log to do, and that's due on Tuesday. So that's due tomorrow, and you're going to complete that in your class OneNote. The third activity you have are text-dependent questions from chapter 1. Then you're going to read Boy in the Striped Pajamas chapter 2. You have a learning log for chapter 2, and if you notice, the due date is different, so this is due on Thursday. And then you also have text-dependent questions due on Thursday as well. All of this work will be completed in your class notebook on OneNote. If we go back to the class, a few things to notice. Over on the left-hand side, pinned items, you have an electronic copy of Boy in the Striped Pajamas. So this is how you can access the text. So here's the text. And if you keep scrolling through, you get to chapter 1. If you notice, your work is due in your OneNote class notebook. So let's go ahead and open OneNote. So you're going to go ahead, click under your name. You're going to look for a brand new tab, Boy in the Striped Pajamas. And here are the following pages. At the top, you have the novel. So again, here's the PDF. So you have 2 different places that you can access it. So you would go ahead and open. That way you have access to Boy in the Striped Pajamas, and you want to scroll down until you find chapter 1. You have chapter 1, Learning Log. This is very similar to what we did when we read The Giver. So you're going to read chapter 1, Bruno makes a discovery. You'll put your summary in here, what's important, what happened in this chapter, your opinions and reactions. If you need support with opinions and reactions, if you come over to sentence starters, you have the question and sentence starters for dialectical journals. These are some questions that you can ask to help guide you in that reaction. What does this passage mean or suggest to you? So what happened in this chapter? What did it mean? What did it suggest to you? Why do you think it's important? Things that occurred in the chapter. Why do you think it's important to you personally? Or why do you think it's important to the whole text? Were you confused about anything in the passage? So here are some guiding questions that you can help with that reaction and opinion. And then there are some sentence starters as well to help you get started off with your sentence. We go back to the learning log. This time we're looking to find light in the darkness. So what's happening that could be considered really dark? And how are they finding light? So maybe something bad is happening. How are they looking to improve the situation? How are they looking to find that light, to find that hope, to find that goodness? And that's where you're going to make those connections. And then finally, you have questions. So your level 2 or level 3 questions. So this is very similar to how you did The Giver. And if you look, we have Costa's levels of thinking. And you want to focus on level 2 and level 3 questions. So you have those cognitive functions, and then you have sample questions to help you write those questions. You can go ahead and you're going to type directly in the box for your summary, type for your reactions, type for finding light in the darkness, and type your questions. Next, you have text-dependent questions. So you have 10 questions for chapter 1. And you're going to go ahead and type your response right underneath the question. So type your answer here. When you're ready to look at chapter 2, you have the same setup for learning log chapter 2, and then you have those 10 text-dependent questions. Please make sure that you are writing with complete sentences.